Okay, so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about Black Lagoon on specifically on the character's morality and if they're good. And the first character I want to talk about was Rock. So from the start, you could easily write off Rock in the beginning as just being just a regular guy in Roanapur. And I mean, even in general, compared to most of the other to the Lagoon Company, you could write them off as just all being bad since they take part in crimes. But I want to dive a little deeper. But on Rock's part in the beginning, you see him, he's just kind of seems like just like a regular guy who's nice and who looks like deep down he wants to do some good, but he just doesn't know how, especially like in the first season where he tries to break up the fight between the maid and Revy. He tries to just talk him down in more like diplomatic situations to talk out of violence. And then even in season 2, he tries to help out. And then you see he wanted to help Yukio, but in the end it really didn't work out for him. And although he wanted to help her and that he meant well, there's drives away Garcia. Although, I mean, he kind of had everyone fooled there. I mean, even Dutch he had fooled, and Dutch was questioning it for a second too. But anyway, I mean, Benny, I'll get to Benny soon enough later on. And even like making, tricking Garcia and all that, and even Rary thinking he's gone off way too far in the deep end. I think he do generally want to do some good, but at the cost, it really, I think too, he's just kind of slowly adapting or getting corrupt by living in Roanapur and to being more of how criminals think in that life and not very valuing. You could argue in the OVAs that he could have, treated Garcia better and Revy better on handling that with Roberta. But I mean, in the end, he did get what he's won. Things did work out more or less in his idea. But although he definitely isn't a saint, his morality is definitely up in the middle, I would say. Definitely flexible, but he's not down. I wouldn't say he's all downright evil. He means well, but the methods he'll use aren't the most ethical, you could say. Okay, now talking about Revy. She's definitely one of the most dangerous people they have in their group, since especially the way she grew up, as we've seen her backstory, how she was treated back in New York, with especially like with the way her father treated her, and especially the way she kills people, and how she mainly does kill criminals. And we do see in an episode, I believe it's 3 or 4, when we see her fight the people on the submarine arc with the Nazi crew, that she was willing to kill, just innocent people. They're just regular people just driving the boat that they had, and she was in an infinite rage. She was almost about to kill him, but we see Dutch stop her. So we see she's extremely violent, and other than that, in the show, we don't really see her hurt anyone who's just a bystander. It's mainly people who just affects her work with their company. But I mean, I would say her morality is somewhere in the middle, where it's just gray, since as you see a lot of her world view when she tells Rock in the beginning, it's very like the way she sees things is just all about money and greed. But we could also see that as like a front on if she really believes that or not. Since Rock does bring a lighter side to her that she doesn't really like to see, because we do see there is some good in here and good in her, especially when she's waiting for Rock near his house and she does play with those kids when they're just playing with it's like a little mini BB gun, and she does just play along with them. But it's only when she is watched by Rock she gets all aggressive and just scares him away, and she tells him not to bring it up again. So I don't think she's downright evil, just a morally gray character. So going into Dutch, when it comes down to it, he is just a very professional mercenary where he takes his job seriously. He just pays to do a job, and he basically does it, and has the most control and calm compared to the rest of his crew members, and is the leader of the Lagoon Company. We don't see any signs that he's cruel or evil or sadistic, but if he's paid to do a job to smuggle people, he'll do it. Most of his jobs involve like where he has to shoot people back in self-defense with other criminals. So he does deal with other criminals, especially with Balalaika and the other mafia. So he's not inherently good, but for his morality's sake, I would just say he's definitely, as he sees it, it's just another job for him to do. And that's basically what it comes down to. Benny's the hacker of the crew, and we never see him do any other role besides that. And he's just, compared to Rock, just another regular guy on the ship compared to everyone else around him in a violent country in Roanapur. So, and we really don't see him. I believe he mentioned at one point in the anime he did hacking and he got in trouble with the FBI. So he does do illegal activities, but I don't think he's willing to cross some other lines between just helping running with Dutch's crew when he smuggles people, and then just him hacking illegal activities. So that's there's not really much else to say about Benny. So yeah, feel free to leave your comments down below on who you think is the most evil out of your group. If you think Revy is the worst one, and if you think she isn't, or if you'd like to disagree, just leave a comment down below.